Today we are finding ourselves on Marco Island in Southwest Florida, looking for some new shorebirds for my Florida list. A couple that I have seen in Texas and California, but hopefully there'll be some newcomers to the Florida list. Really hoping for the burrowing owl. I did on my trip earlier today get to see a barred owl, which was amazing, through a mangrove tunnel just situated right above us. Just got to see a beautiful little palm warbler. These guys are a common sight throughout Florida, but really a tremendously wonderful bird to see. Beautiful, usually like a yellow lime undertail covert, and just a stunning bird. It's awesome to get to see so many of them over here. I remember when I was in Texas looking for warblers, we finally got one palm warbler after hunting for hours. And over here you see them all over the place. This one's awesome because he's been washing himself in this flowing shower that people are using after going to the beach. The next section of the adventure, I actually ended up going to the public beach area, at which point I was a little bit nervous filming myself in front of a bunch of people. So I ended up just taking videos and some photos of the birds. Some highlights for me were the Wilson's plover and Dunlin, and I also got my first glimpse of this beautiful reddish egret that actually ended up flying over to another section of the beach toward the big mangrove channels. So that was a real treat to see all these birds and get some footage. And here's a really splendid white ibis working at getting a crab out from deep within the sand layer. They're tactile feeders, so they probe that bill deep into the sand or soil substrate, feeling for something they can grab a hold of and pry out. And then it was awesome to see how much work went into removing the claws from this crab before the ibis enjoyed its meal. Well done, man. Alright team, well, we find ourselves in the middle of a crossing. We are making our way across the lagoon here at the public beach. Hopefully nothing gets wet. Hopefully I don't take any spills, but the reason I'm doing so is because I suspect there to be a reddish egret, which I have not seen in a good long time. So this would absolutely be an epic bird to get to film and photograph. It's already been pretty sweet so far with getting to see some beautiful birds such as the Wilson's plover, which I believe is a lifer for me. I'll have to double check, but ooh, here's some fish crows. Hey guys. Getting to see some awesome bird life, so let's hope that the crossing goes well. This is looking more and more like it's a reddish egret with that much more active feeding pattern. He's moving around really actively looking for food, and also appears to be slightly larger than your little blue heron, which is a much more common bird we see around these parts. Based on the way he's feeding, oh, that's awesome getting to see that feeding behavior. I'm gonna have to go and march a bit closer to see if we can get a better glimpse of this beauty. All right, so we're gonna march a little closer over that way and hopefully get to see our friend, the reddish egret. And who might you be, sir? I'm really curious. To be perfectly honest with you, shorebirds are definitely a weakness in my birding capability, so it's something I'm actively working on. I'm struggling. I want to say it looks like a dowitcher or a willet. One of those two. A little video of them. There you are. Well, we got an ID shot. I'll definitely be able to review that later. Let's see what we got. This is awesome. I just love mangrove habitats. I'm sorry, man. I have to get past here. I'm not going to disturb you. And if I send you to the sky, I apologize, but I'll be ready to try and take a photo. I'm not trying to disturb you. I'm just going to walk on by. Oh, no. Okay. I'm not looking at you. I'm not looking. Nice, I think we're good. We didn't disturb our friend. Maybe moved him a bit, but he didn't fly. Good stuff. Oh, I just spooked a kingfisher. You little rascal. Oh no. That's how it goes, I guess. Okay, so we are closing in on the Reddish Egret. I'm really hoping he doesn't spook further down the coast when I approach him. Man, I really want to get some good photos of him, because this is not a bird I truly have seen much at all. And seeing this really active feeding behavior out of a heron is quite amazing, quite entertaining. Whoa! Stumbling around in the mangroves. But outside of just the bird view, oh no, he's flying further away. Stay closer. Oh. Well, we'll give it our best shot. We have some footage of him. If he ends up further away and we're not able to get photos, that's just how it goes, but we'll give it a shot. The mangroves are just an incredible habitat, just such a resilient tree. I mean, to be able to hang out in conditions like this, being really salt tolerant as far as trees go. It does appear that the tide is coming in, so it might not be the wisest choice I've made to cross the bay at this time. The tide, oh, is that another reddish egret? Ooh, he's moving a little bit more bluish. A little blue, that's a little blue heron, not a reddish. I'll try and get his photo here. Not sure if you can see where I'm looking, but straight down this mangrove tunnel, there he is on the bank. Some shots of him. He's moving way more methodically, dare I say it, than the reddish egret. That's an exceptionally strange sounding bird. Yeah, this is what the mangroves look like. These are all, well, these are red mangroves mixed in with some black mangroves with these pneumatophores. Red mangroves tend to be the dominant mangrove in these sorts of spaces just because they are saltwater exclusionary. So they do keep out a lot more salt than the white and black mangroves in this area as well. There's a young white ibis, and for that reason they tend to be really quite successful. Not to mention their propagules are long. You got long propagules, man, which means that they can dig in their roots in much deeper water than the other guys can, the other mangroves. Who are you, miss? Here are some new wonderful birds. I'm hearing another fish crow nearby. And here comes one flying by. Well, we just had a very amazing surprise, to be sure, but a welcome one, was the painted bunting. Not the bird that I expected to see at the beach today. Just a beautiful male, unfortunately really skulky, kind of hidden in the dense brush. I don't even know if I got a video of it, but I hope I did, or at least a flash of color moving through the underbrush. Now we're kind of back on the search for the reddish egret. Hopefully we'll get a good video, a good glimpse of that bird. Got a sweet young ibis hanging out right here. Just a little guy. Oh, he's going for a fly. It was awesome getting to see an osprey flying overhead right as I was crossing the channel. I got some footage of him hovering and kiting, looking for some fish. Ooh, here's a little blue heron. I'm gonna try and get his video. I'm gonna go ahead and try and set up here, see this little blue do some work. Hopefully he ends up with a fish. Hey buddy, doing a really strange head swaying technique. Usually it's more of a head wobble. Uh-oh, kingfisher. Here's a couple more osprey weaving overhead. There he goes. Let's see what we can do. I'm gonna post up right here in the corner of this mangrove and hopefully not spook him. Well done, bird. Again, probably look exceptionally strange to these beachgoers walking around with a big camera. Nothing new, I guess. Wow, this bird's success rate's off the charts. Slow and steady wins the race, eh, birdie? I want to see if I can nail her. Let's see if something came out of that. I do see a great egret up ahead, so I'm going to try and see if I can get some footage of him doing some hunting. They're a little slower, more methodical than the reddish egrets or even the tricolored heron, so kind of a fun bird to watch, but the patience really pays off with this particular species. Oh, I'm not quite close enough to nail a good shot yet, but it looks like he's lining up for a fish. Just a spectacular day out here though. Who are you? Struggling to tell from here. It could be our reddish egret, but it's probably the great egret. Our little blue is still cruising along the mangroves. Here they come. Nice. Probably mottled ducks. Yeah, they're definitely mottled ducks. Now that I'm drifting a little closer, I'm noticing that this is probably a tricolored heron. The silhouette was throwing me off earlier, but now I'm almost certain this is the tricolored heron. Not sure how much closer I can get. Probably not much. It looks like she's already cautious. Oh, the kingfisher's flown again. I keep forgetting about that kingfisher. This is actually optimal. The bird's flown into a much better lighting. We have a little blue and a tricolored almost in line with each other. This is crazy. Wow. This is so fun watching both of them so close. Oh man. Really need to get a stabilizer. So cool. Getting them both in the same frame. And he decided there's enough of that. No more. Maybe our tricolored will lurch a little closer. After recording that video, unfortunately my GoPro did run out of battery. All in all, really wonderful trip. Got some incredible birds. I think the total bird count ended up being something like 24 birds. I'll post the list up on the description of the video here. But thanks again for watching, checking this out. And remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Let me know what wildlife you've been seeing lately. Cheers.